go. Well, hello there, Pampered Stars. Thank you all for joining us this evening. This is our first organizational meeting of the 2023 year. For those that are joining us for the first time, I'm Robin Moylan, your Senior Director. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season, but now it's time to get back to work. Believe me, I loved having a lot of time off. I know a lot of you took the last couple weeks of December off and it was great, but if you're anything like I am, you're ready to get back to work and, you know, earn those trip points. I wanted to begin by speaking about setting goals for the future in your business and achieving them. First, consider what you want to achieve and then commit to it. I don't know if you've ever heard about SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goals. Set goals that motivate you and write them down to make them feel tangible. One great way to keep your goals in front of you is to create a vision board. We will be discussing that later this evening. Then you can plan the steps you must take to realize your goal. Having that goal in front of you makes it attainable. And then you can cross them off as you work through them. A major goal I know that we all want to achieve this year is the amazing trips that we can earn. Did you know that all sales submitted starting yesterday through the 15th count for double trip points? Pampered Chef usually does that every year for us. I've been waiting and waiting, and I finally saw it the other day, so I was so excited. So take advantage of this gift and try to do everything you can to bulk up your sales the first 2 weeks so you can get those double points. I'd like to take this, since we're talking about points and trips and everything, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate several of our team members who have earned last year's trip and will be traveling to California and Cancun. Level 1, as you all know, was California, and Christina Bianco and Tammy Luther Moody, our new director, they're both traveling to California, so congratulations to both of you. Level 2, Cancun, with 90,000 points, Becky Brand, Jessica Cremens, and Madison Taro. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. And level 2 elite Cancun with over 150,000 points is Suzanne Henahan and myself. We're both earned the elite trip. So congratulations, everyone. Your hard work has paid off. And if anyone has traveled with Pampered Chef before, you know that it is amazing. They do everything top notch, 5-star, beautiful. So I want you all to work to achieve this goal for next year. I'm going to let you know now where we're going to be traveling next. Level 1 is to Boston, Massachusetts next year. It's 3 nights in Boston, and you'll spend those nights at the Boston Park Plaza Hotel. Level 2 is 90,000 points, and it's 4 nights in Punta Cana at the Paradisus Palma Real Golf and Spa Resort in the Dominican Republic. So I am super excited. I just love when we get to go somewhere warm and you can just like veg out on the beach and relax. And Boston, we were in Cape Cod, several miles away from Boston this past summer, and it is absolutely beautiful up north. So I think any of those trips would be amazing. Now, since we are talking about the trips, I want to introduce you to Director Becky Brand. She's going to be telling you all of the ways that you can earn points to make that dream a reality and go on those trips. So take it away, Becky.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. So yeah, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit more about the trips. First, I just thought I would mention, not that I'm bragging by any means, but I've been on a level 1 trip with Pampered Chef, and I've also been on a level 2 trip. Level 1 that I went on was in 2021, and that was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And level 2 was just this year in April, and that was in Puerto Rico. Guys, both level 1 and level 2 trips with Pampered Chef are amazing. Okay. You get put in the nicest hotel resorts, and it is honestly one of the best vacations I've ever been on. I've gone to, well, Puerto Rico. I've never been to Puerto Rico. Fort Lauderdale, I don't think I've ever been to Fort Lauderdale prior either. And now I'm going to Cancun, Mexico, and I've never been to Mexico. So these are all places that I probably, I mean, I don't know, never say never, but I probably never would have gone to had it not been for Pampered Chef. And as a bonus, my husband is even raking in the benefits because he's the one that gets to come with me. So I just wanted to, is everybody there? Because my screen just went black. I just want to make sure.
We're here.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay. So I just wanted to reiterate that even if you earn level 1, if you earn level 2, I mean, obviously if you earn elite, I've never earned that one yet. This is my year. But they're all amazing, amazing trips. And I would highly encourage you to reach for, you know, the stars with this, because it is absolutely possible. So I'm going to talk to you about how you earn this trip, or these trips. So there's, gosh, 6 or 7 different ways that you can earn these trips. So the first trip, or the first way, is that you earn points based on each commissionable sales that you make. So every $1 commissionable sale that you produce equals 1 point. Okay, so we already talked about 60,000 points is for level 1. So if you were to go purely off of sales, you would need $60,000 in sales to qualify for the level 1 trip. It's doable, trust me. So that's how you earn with your sales. Number 2, you earn by signing new recruits. Okay, so when you have a new recruit join your team and you help them qualify, and qualifying is $1,250 in sales. Now, this can be at any time. If it takes that new recruit 6 months to get to $1,250, you still get your trip points. And you want them to get to the $1,250 in sales because you get 3,000 trip points immediately when that happens. So if I have somebody join with me in December and they got $1,250 in commissionable sales in, say, March, I get my 3,000 trip points in March. Okay, so that is another way. Now, with that being said, January, we have a special right now. So what you'll get when a new consultant says yes to the apron in January, and you help them qualify, you're going to get a bonus $50 Pampered Chef dollars. So I don't know if you know this, but when they qualify, you also get $50 in Pampered Chef dollars. So you're going to get a bonus $50. And then when you help them qualify, now this one, it has to be done within 30 days. So when they qualify within 30 days, you're going to get 3,000 trip points towards either Boston or Punta Cana for 2024. Okay. So, and then you also have the potential to promote yourself and raise your title, which of course is then even more rewards, which I'm sure we all kind of know that. So that is the second way that you can earn trip points. All right, the next way is by being paid at title every month. So what does that mean? Being paid at title means that for every month that you meet your paid as requirements, so for each, level as a senior consultant or as a team leader or as a director, as an advanced director, there's different, criteria that you have to meet each month to retain your title. But when you meet these requirements each and every month, you get paid trip points for staying within that title. So the points can be earned every month in the earning period and are based on your performance for that month. Okay, so not your current title. Good example of that. I'll use myself as an example. In July of 2022, I unfortunately did not meet my director requirement. It was the first time in over 2 years and it killed me and I hated it, but I pushed through it and I made it. But anyways, so I did not meet my director requirements, but I did meet the requirements for a team leader. So instead of being paid as a director for my trip points for the month of July, I got paid as a team leader for the month of July for my trip points. So how it works is a team leader gets 500 points every month that they meet their team leader criteria. A director gets paid 1,000 points each month. An advanced director gets paid 1,500 points each month. Senior director, 2,000 points each month. Executive director, 3,000 points. Senior executive director, 4,000. And national executive directors, 5,000 points each month. Okay, so if you do the math, I'm going to use director because it's a nice round number. If I were to be paid as a director every single month for one whole year, I'm going to make an extra 12,000 points towards my trip, which that's a big chunk, 12,000 points. I mean, that's a big chunk. So you want to make sure that you're maintaining your criteria for whatever title it is that you're in. And obviously, when you promote, which is my next point, you're going to get paid even more. So leading into the next one, when you promote to a director, you get director promotion points. So within the earning period, you're going to receive those director promotion points. And that's a one-time deposit of 5,000 points to celebrate your promotion. Awesome way to celebrate your promotion. 5,000 points towards your trip. That's amazing. I know that in 2021, when I went to Fort Lauderdale, a big chunk of the reason why I was able to get on my trip was because A, I promoted to director, so I got those 5,000 points, and B, I was being paid as a director, so I got 1,000 points each month. So they definitely help. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. So yes, so that's another way to be to earn points towards a trip. Last, developing directors. So you can earn up to 6,000 points for each new director on your personal team who promotes in 2023 and meets the paid as requirements in their promotion month and the 2 months that are following that. So here's how you can get those 6,000 points. You'll get 2,000 points when a consultant from your personal team. So your personal team, not a recruit of one of your recruits, but your personal team. So you'll get 2,000 points when a consultant from your personal team meets the paid as requirements to promote to director. You'll get another 2,000 points when your new director is paid at director or above for the second consecutive month. And then you'll get another 2,000 points when your new director is paid at director or above for the third consecutive month. Once all these points are deposited into your accounts, they're yours. They won't be removed. They are your points. So these are all different ways that you can earn your trips. It is definitely doable. It's doable as a consultant. It's doable as a team leader. It's doable as a director. But definitely keeping track of your points is the best way to know where you're at. So Pampered Chef has actually given us this really cool little tool, and I love this. And that is your tracker. So that's this guy here. Sorry, I'm trying to go backwards. So that's this guy here. So what this is going to do is you would just be able to fill this in and color it in. You get to play with crayons, and you can color it in for each increment that you meet. So the first one is 5K. So when I get 5,000 trip points, I will color in this first little block. I obviously have not gotten there yet. When I get 10,000, I'll color in the second block. This is all trip one or level one. So once I reach level one, sorry, my iPad has this really fancy thing where it's like trying to adjust for me. Sorry. But once you color in this, you earn level one. The camera here, once you color in the camera, then that's level two. And then all of this would be the level 2 elite. So this is a great way to track exactly where you're at for your trip. How close are you? Am I super close? How far am I? Of course, you can look for your trip points under Explore on Consultants Corner. It's under Incentive Trip, and you can take a look at the videos there of the awesome places that we're going to potentially be staying, and you can track your points there. So that is all I have.
Thank you so much, Becky.
Thanks.
And you know what? That is a cool tracker. I love those trackers. And you know what? Print it out. Put it in your office. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it wherever, just so you keep it in front of you. That's keeping your goal in front of you. And when you do that, it really does help keep you motivated. So there you go. Okay, thank you so much for that valuable information. I appreciate it. Okay, next I'd like to introduce you to Advanced Director Suzanne Hennihan, and congratulations on your promotion, my dear.
Thank you.
She'll be talking to us about vision boards. I touched on that just for a second in my opening, and how they give you a clear direction for where you want to go in several areas of your life. So take it away, Suzanne.
All right. Hey, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a nice Christmas and a nice New Year. So at the beginning of every new year, I like to create a vision board. And when I make my vision board, I hang it on my fridge so I can see it every single day. Well, today I printed mine out and I put it on I put it on my refrigerator, and my husband saw it, and we were going over what's on my vision board. And I asked him, well, what would you put on your vision board if you had one? And he replied, isn't that the same thing as a New Year's resolution? And I said, nope, it is completely different. New Year's resolutions focus on taking something away, such as weight, sugar, bad habits, etc. Whereas vision boards focus on adding something positive into your life. Did you know that only 8% of people who set New Year's resolutions actually fulfill their goals? I can certainly say that I've never successfully completed a New Year's resolution in my life, so I have stopped making them. But unlike New Year's resolutions that just sit at the back of your mind, vision boards are in-your-face reminders that keep your goals and your desires on display. So here's an example. On my vision board last year, I put a blue convertible. I don't know why, I just put a blue convertible. Because at the time of making the vision board, I was definitely not in the market to buy a new car. However, in April, my husband and I decided that it was time for both of us to get new cars. I knew I wanted a white car because that's what I had at the time. We went car shopping and I found the car that I wanted, the Kia Forte, but I didn't like it in white. So then I wanted a black one. Well, we were still looking around to find the best price, and car salesmen just completely annoy me. So I told him, like, it's all on you now. Like, I'm not going. This is all you. So he went to the dealerships. He found one in black, but he also found one closer by to us in blue. And at the time I completely forgot I put a blue car on my vision board, but guess which one I chose? I chose the blue one. And my husband got a blue car too. So it was kind of strange. Like I've never thought in my life that I don't know even why I put a blue car on my vision board, but hey, part of me knew that that's what was going to happen in my life. So when we create and fail at New Year's resolutions, we often feel sad and guilty at ourselves for not following through. Vision boards actually do the opposite. It opens our minds to things we want to positively achieve. It is said that the power of manifestation and law of attraction are huge factors with vision boards. So the energy we put into the universe is always going to find its way back to us. If we put positive energy in, we're going to get positive energy back. If we put negative energy and negative thoughts in, that's what we're going to get back. But with a vision board, it's all positive. And so when you see things like it's right there in front of you, you tend to believe that you can actually do it. You create this emotional connection to it. And then you just believe that those things are possible to achieve. So unlike creating New Year's resolutions and always failing, last year I successfully completed 11 out of the 12 things that I put on my vision board, many without even realizing it. According to a licensed therapist and clinical social worker, vision boards can help you achieve your goals in 3 ways. First, you are setting your intention on what you want to accomplish in your life. Second, you design a visual representation of what you want to obtain. And last, a vision board will help remind you of the bigger picture and overall goals you want to accomplish. So on your vision board, you want to include a mixture of short-term goals and long-term goals. They should make you feel excited and hopeful, not things that are completely unrealistic. So I like to put a mixture of both tangible things and things that I have an emotional connection with, that have an emotional impact on me. Vision boards can come in many different styles. There's not one set way to create your vision board. The only criteria is that it is meaningful to you. It doesn't need to be meaningful to anybody else. It needs to be meaningful to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few vision boards that the other directors and I have created. And so I gotta share my screen. Let's see. Oh, Robin, can you allow me to share my screen?
Suzanne, she doesn't know how to do that.
Oh, do I know how
Robin,
to do
you're
that?
muted.
I
Okay,
think if you,
okay, here we
how
go.
do you do
We
that,
can share
Christine?
all, I
Oh,
just
keep-
changed it to all participants.
Oh, that
Yeah.
works.
I did it.
Awesome.
All right, nobody go all wild and crazy and start sharing your screen.
All right. Can you see it? Yes. Okay. This is my vision board that I created this year. So, like I said, I put a few things in that are tangible to me and then a few things that have emotional impact on me. So, for example, I always wanted a cleaning lady. I keep trying to convince my husband that we need to get a cleaning lady. He says no. So, put it on my vision board because it's going to come true this year. I have on there that I want some personal growth in my life. Another thing that I realize is like, I'm always going, like I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. And because I'm always busy and doing something, I completely forget things at times. So I put a quote on there that I found that was, meaningful to me. So it says, once she stopped rushing through life, she was amazed how much more life she had time for. And then like the trip to Punta Cana, I put on there. This one means that I want to check in more with mental health. But yeah, these are things that are meaningful to me that I put on my vision board, and now it hangs on my refrigerator. This is Christina's. So you can see that on mine, I had 10 images. She has 6. So it really doesn't matter how many images you have. And then she added words that were meaningful to her. Like these words have an impact on her life. So then this one's Becky's. And as you can see, Becky has different images that are meaningful to her. So for example, she wants to become an advanced director. She put it on her vision board, so it's going to come true this year. Well, she's going to do everything that she possibly can to make it come true this year. And like, it's intentional. It's in front of you. It's there. You're reminded of it every single day. This is Jessica's. So, hers is more words than pictures, which is completely okay as well. Like if that's your vibe, if that's what appeals to you, go ahead, go for it. And then Robin's vision board. She has also a mixture of pictures and words and what is meaningful to her. So when you make your vision board, make sure it's realistic. Like you can put in like, I want $1 million, but come on, like, is that really realistic? Probably not. I mean, it could be, you could hit the lottery. But make it things that fit you, that are meaningful to you. Does anyone have any questions about vision boards that I can answer for you? Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Suzanne. I have to tell you, this is kind of vision board related, but the first year some of you probably already know this story, but some of you don't. The first year I ever went to conference, there was, when you go to conference, there's different sessions and different trainings that you go in. And I went to a training that was being run by Stephen Joseph. You guys, if you're on the Monday night call, you see him on the Monday night call sometimes. And he had us do this exercise where we had to write some goals on a piece of paper, like outlandish goals, like shoot for the stars goals. And he told us to write these goals down and to put them in an envelope. And I wasn't the kind of person that believed if you put it out into the universe, it's going to happen. I just didn't believe in that. But I didn't want to look like an idiot or, like I wasn't a team player. So that's the only reason I did it. I'm being 100% transparent. I just didn't want to look bad. So I wrote down like crazy goals and I put them in an envelope, and we weren't to open. This was July and we weren't to open them until January. Well, I think it was like January 6th or 7th or something like that. And I realized, oh, I have that envelope I have to open. And do you know, every single thing I wrote down, I achieved. And I wrote outlandish things, but it made me an instant believer. So since then, I have been doing a vision board every single year. And some years I achieve everything and some years I don't, but that's okay because you're still working towards something. And the things that you don't achieve one year, you just put them on next year's vision board. You just keep doing it. And eventually it'll work out. So there's my little story. Thank you so much, Suzanne. I really appreciate you going over. And listen, I want you all that are on this call, and I will post it on our organization page. If you could start working on your own vision board and post it on our org page so we can all see it, that would be great. Now I want to introduce Advanced Director Christina Bianco. She's going to talk to us about tracking, which is a big part of your Pampered Chef business. So take it away.
Thank you. Would you like that video, or do you want to start at the end?
That's right. I forgot to ask Christina to play a video. I want you all to see. I don't know if everyone has seen the trip video, so it's very short, and she's going to play it for us.
All right, here we go.
Thank you.
Okay, do you see a black screen?
Yep.
Cool. Do you have...
is so exciting. Oh my gosh. We are all going on that trip.
Mhm.
People.
Okay, I am just getting, oh, I don't want that one. Just kidding. Okay, sorry guys. So I'm gonna get super techie because that's what I do. So if you have questions, please let me know. And I'm going to show you, I do electronic tracking. There are, of course, a couple different ways you can track. You can do paper and pencil, which I know is what Robin does, or you can do electronic, which is what I do. And I do electronic because with the kids and my crazy schedule and Steve's, who knows what's going on with him most of the time, I'm not usually at my desk to be consistent enough to update my tracker. I do the portion I'm going to show you guys at my desk, but then I'm going to also show you what I can do on my phone. So what you're looking at is Google Docs, completely free. I'm sorry, Google Sheets, which is completely free. And I think all of the storage is online. So down at the bottom, you can see my Excel tracker, right? Okay, so down at the bottom, I have November, December, and January. After a couple of months of this hot mess, I decided I needed to break them out based on the month. And you can see I have the date here. I have the guest name here, host name. I put the host at the very bottom. And I change it to black and over white or white over black so that I know where there's a division between each party, and it just makes it easier for me to look at. Again, this is what I started doing, so things have changed just a little bit, but not too much. The green is that they have booked a party, and red with a slash through it is that they are hard no, and I'm not going to bother following up. So this is when I wasn't doing a good job of doing my tick marks. Over here, you can see that it has gotten significantly better. And I do still have more follow-ups to do. And these are from November parties. So I'm not the best at following up, but it's at least I have a point where I can go back to. And I've gotten parties. I'm going to show you a trick later on. I actually booked a party from somebody that I had spoken to almost a year ago, simply because I finally followed up. And I was like, hey, I know you wanted to have a party in the fall. We do have some new products since then. I'd love to get you to host. And she said that it was like she wasn't ready. And I was like, well, how about March? We're going to have even more products then. And I booked, I don't know where I met this woman. I don't think she was ever a host or she was never a host. I don't think she was even a guest. No idea how I have her on my contact list, but I did. And I followed up. So just because it's been time does not mean you should not follow up. So I'm going to show you what I do to import contacts. I know there's multiple different ways, and Rebecca Warshall this is like an adaptation of her tracker, has videos on how to do all of these things. Hopefully shucks. Hold on. Okay, can you guys still see that? Okay, good. And can you see the party? Okay, cool. So I go here, and these are my guests' names. There's a couple different ways, of course, you can copy details over. I find that this is one of the fastest ways. So I just highlighted all of the names. This is everybody within the party. The only person that isn't is Tabitha Davis, and I will just highlight her name in a minute and copy that over. So I highlighted all the names. I do keyboard shortcuts. I can share those with you if you guys want. If you don't see my mouse showing anything, it's because I'm doing a keyboard shortcut. So I'm just copying and pasting the names. And I'm gonna get Tabitha's name. Whoopsie. And then put that one over here. Okay, so I have all my names. I'm gonna highlight them. I'm going to data, and I'm gonna sort the whole column A to Z. And then I'm going to remove, hold on. I'm gonna remove duplicates. So again, data, and then data cleanup. and remove duplicates. Okay. And this is actually, if you do your, hold on. If you do your welcome, you don't have to go through these extra steps. You can just highlight the names right out of that. And then good Lord, you have all of your names right there. And then I pulled down, my host name is Caitlin. I'm gonna drag her name down. And then she's my host. So that is just how like I said, this is just how I import my info. When I reach out to them, I do the bonus post. I'm clicking that I checked off that I did their bonus post. When I go through and I do a follow-up, I can check off that I did a follow-up. And then again, the last follow-up. And I just make sure that my last follow-up says, hey, just let me know either way. Here's your electronic cookbook. Have a great day. Before I jump into anything, the next thing, do you guys have questions about that? I know I kind of went through it fast. Does that make sense? Robin, I know you're probably have no idea what I just said.
You know, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. You know what I mean? I'm just used to writing everything down. I have my system, it works for me. And I have a hard time with change, but I am open to learning something new. That's going to be what I'm going to try to do this year, is to learn something new.
I used to work in a company that did, we did a ton of stuff with Excel. So I'm like, that's just one of the things that I'm really comfortable with.
My husband is too. He uses Excel all the time.
So, oh, and then I forgot, I'll put the dates in here too. These were copied, I'd save some. These were copied through using the welcome post, and you don't have to, I still sorted them A to Z, but you don't have to delete the duplicates. You don't have to delete the extra information, like where it says add friend or, oh, they know so-and-so because they're Susie's aunt's cousin's best friend. None of that. So I would definitely suggest copying from your welcome post, because that makes it the easiest. I'm all for efficiency because I get distracted very easily, and I don't have time to kind of like look for things. So I don't know if you guys noticed, I have a bunch of like tabs here. These are all of my parties that started December 30th. So I can just pop into each one individually. It's just something I wanted to share with you because I think it's really helpful. And they're just, they're bookmarks. So I favorited each party when I create them. Okay, the other thing, and I need to find a messenger.
Now that's how you pop to each party. Like if you have 5 parties going, you have 5 tabs open.
I can, yeah. So I would just.
Do you keep your group links anywhere? Like I use my notes on my phone and my iPad, and I have the date, like January 6th. I have all my host names, their group link, and their shopping link. That way, that's how I pop in.
Okay, are you ready to have your mind blown?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe? Okay. So I just pulled up all of my parties that are going on right now through using that shortcut. So here's my boards. This is just Stacy's that I have kind of made my own. I put my name in and whatnot. So here are my parties. I got a link to my interactive catalogs, the host dashboard training. So when they ask for it, I don't have to go digging for it. This is if I ever have a party running myself, because you can change the link, as often as you want to. Here are a crap load of closed parties. So you can see I've been doing this for a while, since February. December 30th, these are my 4 hosts, their dashboard, their shopping link, and the link to their Facebook party. And then January 6th, I still have one more I have to add in here. But when I'm on my phone, it looks, obviously it looks like it would normally look, but I don't have to go and copy their group. I don't have to go and find their shopping link if a guest asks for it. I've got it right there at my fingertips, and I'm literally not copying and pasting anything because I just hit the link in Boards and it goes right to it. So that's what I do for that. All right, what was the other thing? Oh, I was going to show you. Okay, we don't need any of that now. This is something Stacy showed a very long time ago. And I will share the link with you. I don't know if you'll have to adjust anything to make it for yourself. But when I click on that link that I just, I sent it to Robin, so I had it, I'm seeing all of my messages that I never responded to. And you can see I have some from February still. That I never opened. So these are unread messages in my Facebook Messenger. And it's like, oh crap, I didn't even realize that I never followed up with this person. Because for me, I mark messages unread if I can't, like if I can't take care of it right then. And then I can go back and I can check the feed later on. So that has been extremely helpful for me. So I will give you guys that too. But that's how I ended up booking a party for March for some, what is she? I think she's a realtor. I don't know how I met her, but I got a party out of it. So whatever. So yeah, that's Suzanne. This is the link that I was talking about before when I asked if you guys knew what it was. So I will save that for you all and send it to you. But yeah, it pulls up. And when you like check, I'm going to check the Stars training feed because I don't want to check any of the other ones. So when you do that, you can then hit the back button on the in Messenger, not the back button on like your website, and it will update and remove that message that you've read and show you the other ones.
Wow.
So, does that make sense?
Yeah, when did she share that? I don't remember that.
It's been a long time. Like, Becky, you know? Or you saw it?
No, I have a question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Because on Messenger, can't you also just drag to the left and click mark as unread?
You can.
And oh, okay. So what would be the
this
difference between doing that and this? I may have missed it.
This is showing me all of the messages that are unread. So if I mark it unread, that's great.
But then if you forget to go back to it,
you know, 50
okay.
messages. Yeah. So this is showing, because like I said, I have some from February that I didn't realize I had still.
Okay.
So I can check those later. But I thought it was like crazy because I didn't even realize I had people that I was not contacting because my Messenger on my phone doesn't show any unread messages because it's only showing, you know, current ones, and these are all super old. So
and you would have to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling to even find that.
Even then, sometimes you miss them. But yeah,
because
I'll mark some as unread.
Cool.
I feel like there's something else now. Did I write it down? Oh, no. All right, I'm done sharing. Before I go further, do you guys have any questions about the tracker? I will share a blank tracker with you guys. Just make sure you make a copy because it, Teresa and I found out I kept thinking I was updating stuff in my tracker, and every time I went back to it, it wasn't there. And then I finally talked to her and she's like, I've been deleting it because it kept popping up in mine. And I'm like, oh my God, that explains why I'm not going crazy. I literally am losing them.
That's because I didn't copy and paste it like a dummy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I messed her stuff all up.
We figured it out. It's okay. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Ooh, what did I do?
Well, Christine, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you were doing the copy and pasting, is there any way that you could do a video on how to do that?
Yeah, I can record a video.
Okay.
And as long, like I said, the way I did it and showed you guys is a little bit more convoluted than how I did it earlier. Actually, I think I have one more. I don't think I copied Sylvia's. Where did my tracker go? Do you guys want me to show you one last one that is going to be a little bit simpler? We still have 10 minutes. Do we have anybody else going after me, Robin?
No, I think we're gonna wait on Madison and
Madison?
a
Okay.
couple other people for the next time we do a meeting. We'll
Okay,
use
yep,
this
let me
time
show
for
you this one,
questions.
because this will make it a lot more simple. Okay. Helps if I click share. Okay, so this is my welcome message. So, and I'm doing Control C, which is just copy, and Control V, paste. And then I can go back to the party, not that party, this party, and copy the host name. And then I drop it down at the bottom. And because I'm neurotic, I like to have all of them ordered, but you don't have to do that. I also like to have them sorted A to Z. So that's a lot simpler to do it that way. And then you have all of the names and you don't have to delete anything. You just have to pay attention if somebody else joins the party. Make sure you add them at the end so that you're marking them off. And I've already done some of my Duck Duck Gooses. I got one party booked, I think, from Sylvia's by just doing the first game. But then Beth here on Kathleen's party said no, she didn't want to host because she has a friend who does parties. So I just crossed her out completely. And I know I don't have to contact her again. Done.
Christina,
Yes, ma'am.
hey, it's Kim. How can you show us again how you get multiple parties under one tab?
Oh, are you talking about this right here?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So I haven't created my I haven't created my parties yet, but I'll create one real quick. I can't remember my host name. How great is that? I don't know who I have hosting with me. Okay, so we've got Jody. And private. No, I can't spell my own name. Oh, why can't I scroll? Oh, I can't. Okay. I'll move you guys over here. There we go. Okay, so obviously I would not normally stop here, but I'm going to stop here because you guys don't need to see me create a party. I think you can handle that. Up here, the little star for me, I use Chrome. The star is a bookmarker. I don't want it to go into December 30th because those parties, this is not under those parties. So I'm going to click on more, and I always just scroll up to the top and click on bookmarks. So that way my folder is at the top of my page and not buried under another folder or another link. And I create new folder. So this is going to be January 6th.
I don't see anything happening.
Oh. Okay. Well, let me stop that. Let's try that again. Thank you for letting me know. Where was I? Okay, here we go. All right, do you see a Facebook party?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you would click on the star up here. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. And you click on more. Scroll up to the top. I click on the bookmarks here because, like I said, I don't want it to pop under any of my other previously created ones. I'm going to click new folder, January 6th, 23. And then because I don't like them to have numbers in, oh dear God. I don't like them to have numbers in front of them. I'm just going to delete those numbers. So all it says is Jody's, and then save it. And I will then, when I create all of my other parties, I bookmark them right away. And that's how I save them. So actually I can take this party and copy it. Where did my boards go? Can you see my boards now?
Yeah, it's a Google screen.
Oh, it's a white screen.
Mhm. There we go.
It's
Here's
coming.
boards.
Okay. So Jerry's. And then this is what, as soon as I create the Facebook party is when I put in the
The
build
link.
group into my boards.
Okay.
Does that make sense, Kim? Did you follow that? You don't have to do the boards
I
part.
follow it. Oh, okay, good, because I don't have boards. I followed everything up until then. And
Yeah,
what
you
do
don't.
what do
No,
you do
I
in
just do that.
what do you do in boards? What is that for?
Oh, that's all the shortcut stuff. Like your keyboards on your phone. Do you use keyboards on your phone? Boards on your phone?
Sometimes.
Okay, it's just that. So when I'm on my phone, I have all of the shopping links and parties without having to go into Facebook to find it or go into Consultant's Corner to find it. So it's just all kind of put together.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anybody
So
else?
when you, yeah, so when you have your parties,
Mhm.
you put them all on the boards like this. This is, I've never even thought about doing this. This is like amazing.
Yeah, I would struggle, like I'd have a party saved here and I'd have like a group saved over here. So I just decided to put all of it together under the week that they were having their party and then also under their name so that it just made it easier. And, you know, when you're on your phone, you're just click, click, click to get
Yeah.
to the board you need. Obviously on the computer, it's a little bit more convoluted or steps I feel like to go through because you have to actually copy it. But yeah, I used it on my phone.
So do you keep just their link and their name?
I do, well, let's go back to Jody's because I just did hers. So I have the dashboard. This is like
Mm-hmm.
so like their dashboard, host dashboard, and then their shopping link and the Facebook party link. So when I'm sending out the, hey, make sure you post this on your Facebook wall. Hey friends, I'm having a party. Here's my shopping link. I don't have to go into Facebook to get their, or I'm sorry, not their shopping link. Here's my link to my party on Facebook. I don't have to go into Facebook to get the group. I just have it already saved in boards.
Okay, so now my other question is, well, let's say you finish the party and it's done. Do you end up deleting it so you can clean up the board? Or do you
Nope,
keep
I
that?
put them under closed parties.
Okay,
So I just move them. You can move, I'm not going to move this one, but you can
Right.
move them when you're done with them. Whoopsie.
There's a
Yeah, you would just-
question.
Yeah.
Christina, you're brilliant. Do you use Linktree for your guests to access their host party? You know, Madison does. Madison
Oh.
uses Linktree, I believe. Didn't she? She told us about Linktree at another meeting.
Yes. Somebody else said too. I do use Linktree.
Oh, you
Not as
do?
well as I should though. Mhm. Yeah, I'm not very consistent with it though.
Does anyone else have any other questions or would you like to share how you are currently tracking? Christina does it clearly electronically. I do it by paper. How are you, like Kim, how are you currently tracking?
I'm on paper as well. I have that. Remember this thing?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I can't find the rest of it, but there's a whole, here it is. This whole thing,
Mhm.
and at the top it has my host name and the
Yeah.
date of the party and who they booked from, and my last page has all my follow-ups that I'm doing for
Yeah, whatever
those
way
particular guests.
whatever way you're most comfortable doing it. Everyone has their own way of staying organized. Just as long as you're doing something to stay organized and just not haphazard,
Mhm.
because usually when you are following up, it takes 2, 3, sometimes 4 times to follow up before someone will answer you, or, for you to ask them if they want to book a party. So just make sure if you're not doing it electronically, that you're at least writing things down and keeping track. So, hey, Becky. what's
Hey,
up?
quick question. The electronic way that you do it, Christina,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm on the go. I'm always on the go, very rarely on my phone. So
Yep.
can that be done from a phone? I'm assuming yes, but maybe not as user friendly if you had Google
So-
Sheets.
When I do Google Sheets, like specifically to move the contacts over, only because I'm just so much more proficient on a keyboard. I do it, I sit down and I do it once. So like when I know that I'm going to have half an hour, that's when I do it. If it's at the end of the party and it's the day I'm sending out bonus messages, then that's when I'm doing it. If I can do it early in the party, which is preferred, then that's when I sit down and do it. But I do it on a computer simply because for me, it's easier. I'm sure you can do it on your phone. I just haven't tried.
Okay.
But the biggest thing is copying the guest names from your party into your tracker.
Okay.
That's
I think I just need to get better at sitting down and doing it and
Yeah.
not doing it on the fly all the time. Okay. Sounds good.
No, I understand. And that's the thing that I like about the electronic tracker, because I'm the same as you. Like I have small pockets when I can sit down and do stuff, but when I can't, I need to be able to update it really quick, so I can update it on my phone, because Google Docs or Google Sheets is on my phone too. So I can update it on my phone, but the only thing I like make sure I try to do is just copy the names over on the computer.
Awesome.
And the biggest thing, this was like an aha for me, and apparently I've been holding on to this little gem of a nugget for a long time and have not shared it until recently. Tracking is so important, and it's like baking a cake. Reach outs are more like baking a cake. You wouldn't start a cake, you wouldn't mix all the ingredients, take the time to do that, and put it in the oven and walk away and then just never touch it again. Like if you're gonna start your reach outs, finish them. Don't waste your time if you're not gonna follow through, because you know that you're not getting responses usually on the first message. It's the second and the third follow-up that you're going to get your responses on.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
don't waste your cake.
There you go. There you go. Well, thank you so much, everyone that showed up live, and I appreciate you taking the time. And if you are watching this on recording, please take the time to create your vision board and post it on our organization page. It really does work. You guys have a great evening, and thank you again. And if you have any questions, just reach out to one of us. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have. And Happy New Year, everybody. And thanks again for joining us.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Thank you for your help.
I'll get you guys the template set up in just a little bit.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you,
Bye.
Becky. Thank you, Suzanne. Really
Thanks, guys.
appreciate it. Bye-bye.